Hello and a very good morning from Hamburg. We are flying the A321neo, the FSLabs A321neo to be specific. And yeah, we are back, or I am back to the sim finally. Sorry for that sort of long gap in uploads there. Main reason was I've been on vacation myself, and actually on the island we're heading to today, so on Mallorca. Spent there 2 weeks, which was a very nice time. And now back to Frankfurt, and I have to apologize already for the weeks and months to come, because there will be surely a less frequent upload schedule from my side. Reason is that, well, for one reason, we are renovating a house, which takes a lot of my time, and second reason is in October we have our baby pilot number 2 arriving to our family, which will also take up a lot of my time, in the best way possible, of course. But yeah, this all in combination means that most likely I will not be able to get a weekly video to you guys, but I will try my very best. Also, since this is obviously my very own quality time, which I can spend at the sim, which I enjoy a lot. But yeah, so today we will be taking the FSLabs on a spin for the very first time. I've had it since, yeah, essentially since release. But to be honest, I struggled a lot with this aircraft. It gave me continuous sim crashes, and I was really pissed in a way, to be honest. But now it has received various updates. Also, Sim Update 3 for Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 has been released. I hope this also gives some additional stability. And yeah, so all in all, I hope we will manage to get a flight done from A to B today, which would actually be my first one in the FSLabs. So let's see how this goes. And yeah, very excited about this one. Obviously, the FSLabs back in P3D has been my favorite aircraft by far. It's also been the best aircraft in P3D, obviously. But yeah, so I'm just very excited to see how FSLabs managed to bring it to the Microsoft Flight Sim platform. And yeah, potentially I will be flying this aircraft a lot, since FSLabs is just brilliant in what they are doing. It's just the stability which really caused me a lot of headache. But yeah, without any further ado, we are heading down to Mallorca on the early morning flight, departing 6:30 a.m. from Hamburg. Flight time I think is 2 hours and 20 minutes, something like this. We are flying offline today. And yeah, so let's kick things off. Beautiful looking clouds here. I think that's also been changed quite a bit with the new Sim Update 3. But yeah, so let's get to it. Alright, so here we are. Where do we start? I will likely start down here to get the boarding going and everything like that. So init request. It's been such a long time since I did all the FSLabs flows, so let's see how it works. 247 even. Is that right? Airtime 247 indeed. Wind component 66 knots of headwind on average. Holy guacamole, that's quite some wind we're heading into here today. That is not very often. Oh yeah, right into the jet stream. Fun. Okay, so that's gonna be a extraordinary long flight down to Mallorca. But we will take it as it is. OFP data. Block fuel 9.6. Yeah, 6.6 for trip. I think, in order to not make it too long, I will go instant actually. I changed the time. So departure is 06. Sorry, 0430, that's UTC. Send. And that's the fuel loaded, beautiful. Then we can go into fuel, send the fuel report. Then we go into boarding, request, board now. And then GSX should technically manage all the rest if it works correctly. And then on to, let's put this one on in case there is any communication on those ones. ADIRSs coming on. Not the proper order, I know. Yeah, so that's something I really hate about the FSLabs. It's the textures up here which are too blurry. They've been more crisp previously, but I think due to some update performance reasons, whatever, actually got decreased. But I think they need to put some work into this because this is not very appealing to the eye. This can come on. This on. Is this? That was on auto already. Sorry, just a bit hard to see. We're on external power. I don't think we need air conditioning. It's 18 degrees outside. Yeah, for the moment it's good. And then one brilliant thing which is available here in the FSLabs is of course the tech log. First let's get the A-cars. So that's the slot, that's the preliminary load sheet. Let's accept that. Yeah, so the tech log, oh sorry, not failures. Tech log, and this is quite unique in a way, I think. I've not seen it on any other airliner yet. So in here you're actually gonna have failures, which for most of the cases is really not critical, but it can be critical of course, and then you need to look into maintenance, and I think even the longer you fly the aircraft, the more failures you will get. But that's something I have made zero experience up to this point, so that's something I need to check out as time progresses. So we have forward galley sync noisy in flight. Suspect drain valve stuck open, must be replaced. Okay. Right. So nothing critical, but clearance state I think, so this is, it can stay like this all the way until December if I'm reading this correctly, so that's really not, yeah, not critical, it's a level 2 defect. But yeah, so that's quite fun to have this. It just adds another layer to flight simming which we have not experienced before. So that's quite fun. What else do I need to look into? Yeah, we have the A-cars connection. So I think we can start in the MCDU. Flying the LEAP engines, of course. Active nav database. Yeah, that is correct. Very good. Init request, that's in here. Flight plan is in here already. Then let's fetch some weather. We'll need to get the METAR and then decide from which runway we are heading out. Getting the graphs up and running the charts. Import airport, so I think it's likely a 2-3 departure, but let's check the wind. So that's 110 at 6. Okay, so what runway will that be? At 6. What is AI traffic doing? Well, nothing. There's one. What's that, a go around or something? I don't know. No rivals, no rivals. Nothing down there. Okay, then I actually... Oh wait, there's a pushback happening. Air France. I think it will actually be runway 23. It will be tailwind component, but I think if we read into... It's quite blurry to be honest. Read into the operations, I think it will still give us a 2-3 departure. Okay, so it actually says runway 33 shall be used for departure. I think we're gonna have quite a bit of crosswind there, but that's okay. We can easily handle, I suppose. Runway 33. And then I need to check. We're flying the Hapfu. There's only the one Golf, so that's the one for us. And then for arrival, yeah, we can also check, but usually it is ILS 24 left, the Yankee one, I think. And then we're flying the Lunik, yes, Lunik one. Lunik 3 Mike, I think it will be. Never mind. Lunik 2 Papa. Okay, that's Lunik 2 Papa. Of course, we will check out the charts later on via Captepera insert. Cool. Secondary copy active in it. Wind request. 360 cost index 25. And then over here we have a block fuel of 9.6. And then from our load sheet we expect 71 actually, 71 in terms of zero fuel weight. Alternate will Barcelona. We will check the fuel requirement. It's very close by, so 1.4. Like this, and then well, we just need to wait for boarding to complete, right? So mass and balance. Oh good god, that will take a while. That will take a long while. Max review at 71.5, so we're actually quite close to that. Almost fully booked. Cross weight 80, which of course is still quite a margin away from the max takeoff weight for this aircraft. Oh man, I'm considering, should I wait it out or should I go instant or something? Maybe I will just wait in order to not mess it up too much. Then in the meantime, let's check some charts. Yeah, that's the departure. We are flying out of runway 33, so climbing out to Delta Hotel 254, maximum 210. Let's check. Maximum 210 is in here. That is very good. Oops, sorry. Then left turn, Delta Hotel 260, 5,000 above. Also in here, easily. And then, yeah, 1, 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board. Please
Easy
place your
peasy.
large
In terms
bags
of
into the overhead locker, wheels first.
taxi, typically we don't need to go all the way down there.
Laptops,
We
handbags,
can get
duty-free,
pushback.
and loose items of clothing.
It depends on traffic on the orange blue on the center one, and then we can taxi down to
a prompt departure,
Bravo 5. We can calculate for Bravo 5 even.
enabling all remaining
Should be possible.
Your seatbelt can now
Right,
be
so
fastened
that's
ready for
the
departure.
plan.
This is a no smoking
Constraints.
service.
We
Thank
are
you for observing this policy.
flying offline, so 36 going in here. We can set squawk 1000. Oops, that's not it. 1000. Guys, I'm not sure if you've seen it, but Winwing announced the radio control unit, and I am so much looking forward to this one. Hope it gets released soon, especially for online flying. I always hated to come down here to dial the frequencies, so I'm very, very much looking forward to finally a panel where we can dial it directly. Yeah, can't wait for it. Okay, up here everything is looking good. Then we are just waiting for boarding, really. All right, 214. Seems like the last rows are staying free. Come on, just the last 3. Why is it stopped now? How annoying. Anyhow, getting the APU started. And there we go. And yeah, this bug also has been there for quite a while, so the takeoff weight point does not indicate correctly.
Cabin crew, thank you. Boarding is complete.
But yeah, aircraft should be correctly loaded. And then we can go into takeoff performance calculation. From Hamburg, runway 33, intersection Bravo 5. Flex optimum off, aircon on. Oh, we could use it off as well. So that's a 164, 64, 67. Flex 54, 2.2 up, 1 plus F. Yeah, so no limitations in any direction. So that's very good in it. Oh yeah, that's also something I need to do. Performance 1/up 2.2. 160. Well, we can make it 159 having a longer stop range. 159, 164, 67. 159, 164, 167. Takeoff shift 412. And flex temperature 54. And then we have out of Hamburg thrust reduction 140, 140. That's actually quite correct. On black box side it says 160, 160, so that's nice. I haven't dialed the quick return on secondary, but I will keep as it is, and then just zero fuel weight, center of gravity. That should be in the load sheet as well, right? 21.5. Cool. Out of range. Really? Oh, zero fuel weight. 70.8. 21.5 like this. All right. Missing a little bit of fuel, interestingly. I'd like to blame this on a bad calculation, but something to monitor. But since it's the first flight, I'm giving it a shot nevertheless. Right, and then we are ready, right? So cockpit preparation checklist, gear pins and covers are removed, fuel quantity. We have 9.5 tons on board, seatbelts are on, gears are nav, and nav. By reference set 1004 on all three. Now we trigger pushback right here, I believe. Yeah, something is happening, that's good. Fuel pumps. Beacon, seatbelts are on. External power going off. Down here on TCAS, auto,
We are ready for pushback.
TA, right. We are ready to push. That is really good. Before start checklist, park and brake is set, takeoff speeds and thrust are inserted, windows are closed on both sides and beacons are on before start checklist is completed. Not too bad, off we go. So let's fire on the leaps.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good morning and a very warm
So
welcome to your
ignition
flight
and
today.
start, and let's
My
start
name
with
is Norman.
number
It's my pleasure
2.
to introduce the rest of the crew today. Working with the front, we have Tim, in the center, very shortly is Carl, and at the
It
rear,
says reverse. I've seen that earlier that
Ladies and
reverse is
gentlemen, we are
engaged,
here
but I
for your comfort, but primarily for your
don't.
Safety.
Now it's closing.
With that in mind,
I don't
please,
know,
we
a
do
bit of a
ask
bug.
for the 2 minutes of your time whilst we take you through the safety procedures of this aircraft. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets and brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle, and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board.
Okay, that's
Your
number 2
seatbelt is
available.
fastened, adjusted,
Starting
and
number
released
1.
as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and
I
mouth.
believe there should be,
Hold
like
in
there were
place
back in
with the strap.
P3D, a custom
Pull on
cabin
each side
announcement,
to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others.
which I need to find and
land on
install.
water,
There's,
take
I
the
believe
life
there's
jacket
so
from
many
under your
features
seat.
on the FSLabs
Put it
which
over
I
your
have
head.
literally zero
As the
idea
tapes around
about
your
at this
waist.
point in time.
Click
It's
together
all stuff I need to look into.
and pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the
I've
tube.
never, in real life, I've
There's
never
a
been
light and
on
whistle
the
for ejecting
A321neo
We
with
also
the
carry
LEAP
flotation
engines,
aids for
only
children.
with the
Your
Pratt
tray
& Whitney
table
so
must now
far.
be stowed, armrest down, window blinds open, and seatbelt.
But I believe in terms of sound they should be quite similar if I'm not mistaken. Alright, number 1 is available. Condition back to normal. Yeah, so textures up here are really disappointing. APU bleed off, APU master off. Auto brake, flaps 1 plus F, trim is coming up 2 point. Two spoilers arm, flight control check, full left, full right, full up, full down, rudder full left, full right. Then we need to hit this one. And we can turn on weather radar and predictive wind shear and run the taxi checklist. Flight controls, oh wait, not quite. Yeah, cabin is missing, but flight controls are checked. Flap settings 1 plus F. Radar and predictive wind shears on an auto engine mode. Select as normal ECAM mode. Takeoff. No blue part from the cabin. That's well noted. And then let's get going. Let's see. Do we pick up speed? No. Too heavy, I assume. Let's go this to direct, GPS primary, and this is on performance. That's very good. More power needed. Quite a lot of power needed, 30% N1. Right, we can also switch over to the blue line, and we'll be very short taxi. Yeah, I've got my sensitivity too tight for the reverse range. And let's give it a call. Bravo 5 should be this one, straight ahead. So let's go ATC, TARA, above. freeware scenery here in Hamburg, which is pretty cool. Oh, and down in Mallorca as well today, actually. There's a pretty nice new freeware release, which I've installed, which I actually find to be better than the payware I had before. Lineup checklist, takeoff runway. 33 is identified. TCAS is TRI. Apex 1 and 2 are on engines. Should we wait further for cabin? But I think they are getting there. Ropes. There we go, that's the cabin. Getting call, maybe not. Right, landing lights, takeoff light. Let's go to Mallorca. First departure in the FSLabs A321neo. Let's see how it goes. I think I forgot, but I think it will auto disconnect at some speed. Man, flags 54 SRS, all thrust blue. Nice. Very smooth sound. 100 knots. Yeah, quite a bit of a takeoff run. Look at the 78% N1 only. That's a lot of derate. And careful, we are airborne. Gears coming up. Beautiful. Oh yeah, that's not too bad. Nice. Feels good so far. Climb power. Thrust climb.
Please keep your seatbelt fastened.
There is some traffic ahead.
We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. Toilets are located at each end of the cabin. Remember that smoking is not permitted at any time. This includes e-cigarettes. In just a few moments, we'll commence.
It is above us, but pretty close, actually.
To purchase from our selection of fresh food available today. All details can be found in your in-flight brochure. You can also purchase a selection of hot beverages together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards.
But I think we can also take a direct pretty soon after passing 5,000.
Further assistance, and just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Yeah, nice climb rate, 4,000 feet per minute. Now N1 also creeping up slightly. That's the speed constraint gone. So flaps up. Let's go turn off and taxi lights off. And traffic is supposed to be ahead of us, so let's go direct hub full. Now we can get some separation, standard. Yeah, now we're already above. Alright, not too bad. That felt pretty neat. Very crisp on the controls as well, which I like. So that was a good takeoff. And yeah, let's see. Now we will beat into the brutal headwinds and make our journey to Mallorca, and then I hope for a very nice first landing in the A321neo. Enjoy the cruise and catch you later. So here we are, and Mallorca is up ahead, as you can easily see. Always always so nice to reach the coastline of Mallorca. I've been on this flight many times. Not on this specific flight, but I've arrived into Mallorca many times before, and it's always nice to finally get to this point. Yeah, so how does it stand? So I'm going to start with the flight. It's actually another attempt which I'm doing now. Still struggle with the stability of the FSLabs. I now did a complete reinstall of the aircraft. Hopefully this fixes a few things, but it is cumbersome to some extent. I don't know. It's not quite the FSLabs I know back from P3D, so I hope they make it a lot better in the future, and I know that they will keep working on it. They always do. Right, but putting this aside, let's talk about our arrival. We are now on VETSM, simply because why not, and kind of presented the opportunity, and AI traffic is always a bit cumbersome to deal with. So we are online, however no ATC online at the moment. There's just a few other aircrafts down in Palma, which is also quite fun, and yeah, we are shooting the Lunik arrival into runway 24 left. Quickly showing you on the graphs. So that's the Lunik to Papa, always takes you to Cap de Pera, but what they very often get in reality, or most of the times even, is from somewhere after Lunik, or from Lunik direct towards the final approach course, depending on traffic, of course. I've hardly ever seen us fly the complete route to Cap de Pera. But yeah, and now we are heading for Bavum, and then we will set up for the ILS Yankee 24 left, which I believe is the standard one they usually use. So on to Bavum, and then it's just straight and all the way to runway 24 left. And down on the field, we will most likely vacate Sierra 2, that's what they usually get, and then we will park it up. Yeah, we can decide. I think that's Delta stance and it's Charlie stance, somewhere along those. I've done some landing calculations. It is really cool that they actually show the exits in here to have the landing distance to the exit straight in here. It's really convenient. However, it kind of shows the wrong ones. It's not showing the high speed exits which are usually taken. So Sierra 1 or Sierra 2 would be the appropriate ones. But on medium we will have 1.6, essentially 1,600 meters, and this should easily get us to Sierra 2. Landing weight will be 75 tons. We are still 1,000 feet above profile, but that's okay. We have the speed brakes out and we will get there. That's no worries. Landing system is coming on. We can run the approach checklist by ref. It's set 1014. Seatbelts are on. Are they? Yes, they are on now. Minimums are set to 39. Auto brake is medium and agile mode selector is normal. Right. Then quickly getting a weather update. Weather METAR for Palma. So now it is. Let's see if it has changed in any way. Yeah, now it's variable 01. Earlier it was 0103. So even a tiny bit of a tailwind component, but that's manageable. Now it's 26 degrees, warming up. 1014, no significant change. All right. Yeah, full flap landing. All right. Okay, now we can definitely get rid of those. We have 16 miles to run, so we will go speed manual to 10. And we'll get ourselves flap 1. Alright. Approach mode. Go around altitude will be 3000, I think. Yes, it is. So let's go speed 190. And then we will go flap 2 before hitting the glide. Not sure how slippy this aircraft is. Right. Looking good so far. Recording. It's always something I forgot. Definitely want to say landing replay. Okay, that's the glide slope. Oh, not altitude is set as well. Speed 190 is okay. We're still at 11 miles out. Maybe we can go 180.
Cabin crew seats for landing, please.
And then we'll just make a call on Unicom. And hopefully just have a nice landing. Easy peasy, hopefully. Let's see. Palma traffic, Eurowings 1 Kilo Juliet is 10 miles out on final 24 left, Palma traffic. Alright.
Palma traffic, Midlands 43, Hotel Zulu, lining up runway 24 right, Palma traffic.
24 right, yeah, that's used for departures, perfect. Yeah, also since I restarted the flight on another day, flight time was now considerably shorter, since this brutal headwind, which we initially prepped, was not there anymore on my second attempt. Yeah, just a few clouds around, but beautiful weather.
2000.
And yeah, this should be scenic. I think even the approach from the other direction is a little bit more scenic, coming over the bay of Palma. But this is also quite nice. Alright, manage speed. Let's drop the gear.
Traffic, Midlands 43, Hotel Zulu, taking up runway 24 right, Palma traffic.
What is he saying? Is that a Midland or something? Historic flight? That was hard to get. Okay, shall we go flaps full? Yeah, let's go flaps full. Cabin. This is set, this is on.
1000.
Alright, let's do some manual flying.
Priority left.
Priority left, cool. Right. Everything is set for good approach, and now we have 5 knots of wind pretty much straight on the nose, which is nice, but it could potentially change to tailwind even. So let's monitor that. Really nice. Yeah, so performance-wise, I find the FSLabs to be quite smooth actually. It's just the stability I'm struggling with, but I hope everything works correctly now for this attempt. Yeah, so wind is shifting a little bit, but nothing dramatic.
Traffic, Midlands 43, Hotel Zulu, airborne and departing to the west, Palma traffic.
Right.
Hundred above.
Yeah, wind is shifting, now turning into crosswinds. Straight on profile.
Minimum.
Continue.
40. 20. Retard. Retard.
Oh, a little bit of a floater. There we go. Reverse, green. Decel. Oh, that was almost the perfect touch. I think we floated like 1 or 2 feet above the ground there.
Auto brake off.
Oh, nice call-outs. That's something new. I'm not used to this flying on the Airbus. Right. I will take that. 2 hours and 8 minutes flight time. We must not forget to press the button. And there we go. Right. Taxi lights. A bit too early to switch off the strobes, but we will do it now. It's gonna be short taxiing. Right, I want to go to the stand where I was departing on my flight back to Frankfurt 2 weeks ago, which is this one. I think it's Delta, yeah, 88. I think it was.
Be leaving their seats to perform safety-related
or Delta 90, maybe.
However,
I don't know.
we ask that you remain
somewhere around there
until the fasten seatbelt sign has been
yeah, so that's a
switched off.
freeware scenery.
Portable electronic devices for messaging.
I almost find it better than the payware I had
now
before,
be used.
but it's always hard to compare.
Please make sure that you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat, and in the overhead lockers. Do take care when opening the lockers in case anything
Right.
falls out. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area. On behalf of the captain and
by.
crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today.
Let's
Our ground
select.
crew will help you complete your journey.
That's something I don't like, that you always need to go in here to do the GSX thing. But Delta 88. Oh, wait. Ah, that was that one. Let's get 92 or something. Delta 92 then it is, I hope. GSX, are you there? No, you're not. Now there should be. No. Oh, come on. There we go. Oops, that was unintentional. What do we have now? 92? I'm getting completely confused here. Completely confused. Right, do we have a Papi even? Yes, we do. Stop, is that... Oh yeah, that's spot on. That is spot on. Engines 1 and 2 shut down. APU bleeds. Beacons, seatbelts. That is all set up here.
cabin crew. Thank you very much for your hard work today. Your doors
Right, and how
are clear
does
to open.
the boarding trigger?
The boarding requested.
Like that, okay. I just noticed that I forgot to run the landing checklist. That is not too good. Switch those off. Yes, I have. Parking checklist. Parking brakes are set. Engines are off. Winglets are off. Fuel pumps are off. Parking checklist completed. Alright then, here we are sitting in the sun in Mallorca, and yeah, finally I managed to record a flight in the FSLabs A321neo. It took me several attempts, to be honest. I hope this aircraft gets more stable in the future, but yeah, we will see about that eventually. As I've mentioned in the beginning, the uploads from my side will be a little bit irregular in the coming weeks and month, but of course I will try to do my very best. There's a few things on my to-do list or to-fly list, which is for once I want to get back into P3D and the beautiful Queen of the Skies, doing another 747 flight. I have a flight in mind already, and the other thing I want to do is fly the Inebil's A330-200, since it has received some updates with the Sim Update 3, so I want to test it again. The airline I was looking at is Hawaiian, and route is still open for debate, so if you have a favorite route to fly with the Hawaiian A330-200, then do let me know in the comments, and I will look into it and potentially make it happen. And yeah, so these are the two things I will do next, and if you have ideas on top of that, of course feel free to post them anytime. Happy to look into it, and thank you so much for joining today, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care everyone, bye bye.